Micky, I'm indebted to Matt James for the stat, but that's the first time we've won the penultimate game before Christmas since 2009, so you must be delighted as much as the fans.
Oh yeah, because it's a tough place to come. Every credit to Sutton, to make it very, very difficult. We knew it was going to be difficult, but to be fair, contrary to popular belief, we've been doing well away from home. We've been fine, we've been working hard, and they've been digging in, and that sort of qualities that we needed today, they dug in. They've got a great result, but we have a good trip home that we'll enjoy this evening. We'll behave ourselves the next few days, and we go fighting again in Boxing Day.
First half, for the majority, you seemed it was pretty much nip and tuck, if not even the home side having ascendancy, albeit two contenders for goal of the season. And then second half, we seemed to get a grip and we're very much on top, rewarded by that third goal.
Well, I would disagree with ascendancy. I'd certainly disagree with that. I think it's very competitive. When they put the ball on the edge of your 18-yard box and you keep winning 8 headers and you keep winning 8 knockdowns, I don't know where ascendancy comes from. It's just about standing there, doing what the game asks you when they're very, very direct like they are. My centre-backs were brilliant. They won every header. Some decent passing moves. And quite correctly, yeah, Connor's goal is right at the top drawer. I mean, I hope they've got footage of that, because that's as good a volley as what you'll see.
And indeed, Adam Buxton's free kick?
Well, that's terrific. I forgot about that. And that's a terrific strike. It's at the underside of the crossbar, and it's a good time for us to get that first goal as well. Because let's be honest, we don't play or train on this. We haven't been on it, so that's twice that we've came here. Twice that we've came and played AstroTurf this season, and we haven't trained on it before. We just came straight off the grass and came onto it. It's a change of surface that is massive, and the players acquitted themselves fantastic, and to come away with a result is terrific.
Well, as you say, played twice on AstroTurf, won twice, indeed the last 3 times on AstroTurf you've won, if you include Maidstone. Does that mean the recovery period's going to be harder? How much does it differ for the players in terms of it takes out of them the bodies and things like that?
Well, I think we spoke about that yesterday when we said I don't know. I need to see what the impact is on the lads. There's no doubt that there will be an impact on them. We need to see what that is for the next couple of days, because we don't play in this, so there will be some kind of impact. But as soon as we get the boys, we'll get them recovered. They'll be on Christmas morning, and we'll get them game ready again, and we'll go again and try and get another valuable result on Boxing Day.
Were you surprised by the number of fans that came down and how vociferous they were?
No, every credit to them, and I really mean that. I wasn't surprised. I know what they're like. They'll follow us all over the place, and that's great credit to them that I'm not surprised, because we're very grateful for the support, but we know that they always get right behind Tranmere, and we needed them today at vital times, and we move on.
And to a bumper crowd, hopefully, on Boxing Day at home to Fylde.
Yeah, another great challenge for us that we'll be ready for. We'll enjoy this evening, we'll enjoy tomorrow, Christmas Eve, and I can't believe I'm saying that, Christmas Eve tomorrow, it's crazy, isn't it? We're so far away from home, but no, we will. But I'm so chuffed, so proud of the players, and all the credit goes to them, because they fought. It was a very, very competitive game. It was a very direct game, and you had to stand and fight your corner, and we certainly did that today against a very strong and well organised Sutton team, and you can see why they're at that end of the table.
Results-wise, if not performances, do you feel like you're really getting some momentum now, because that's 3 league wins in a row for the first time this season?
Yeah, I think we'd have to agree and say that it's important. But listen, I wouldn't lie and say that I never felt that we had to come here and get some kind of result today. I thought we had to get a result, because as we know, we aren't quite at the end of the table yet. That we know that a club the size of Tranmere has to be, but we're working towards that. So we knew we had to get something today. We wouldn't lie about that. But to come away with a victory and some terrific goals, we're obviously very pleased. We won't get carried away, but we'll enjoy it, because a lot of hard work goes into these performances, and it took us like 6, 7, 8 hours to get down here yesterday. So we never made any excuses. We came out and we fought our corner and got a terrific result.
How well does that set up this Christmas period now as well?
I'll tell you that at the end of it. I'll tell you that when it's finished. We knew we had to win or get a result. We knew we had to. So that's a start. But we all know what football's like now. We now dust ourselves down. We'll enjoy it this evening within reason. We'll get back home safely, and then this is a period of the season where we know that there's a lot of games to be played and a lot of points to be won, and we want to make sure that we try and get as many as possible and come out the other end of this period in a very good position.
And hugely important as well, because I think very few of the teams above Tranmere in the table have won today, so you're closing that gap even more.
And I don't know, so I haven't even had a chance to look at the results. I'm still enjoying it all. So no, it's important that we keep trying to win games. We know that the challenges are tough. It's very often, we've said many times, it's easier to play for against Tranmere than to play for Tranmere, because everybody raises a game against us, so we have to combat that every week. So every credit to the boys that they're doing that at the minute, but same as Boxing Day, we know that we're going to have to go out again and do very well.
That Conor Jennings goal, how difficult a thing to do is that technique wise?
If you play football, it came from such a height. But he's such a good technical footballer, isn't he? He just hit it sort of just before it hits the floor, so everything technical about it that you could tell any young kid that you have to do, he did, and he struck it fantastic well. He's just concentrated on his contact, and it's rocketed in him, and it's a really top draw goal, isn't it? I thought it was fantastic.
And in terms of him, he's now beginning to add goals, which he didn't have at the start of the season. Does that show that confidence is now beginning to flow through him and the rest of the team even more? I'm not so sure about confidence. I just think that we're taking chances now. I'm keen to make sure that we say that there was a period early in the season where we were creating far more chances than what we did today. Many chances, and we had some 1v1s with the goalkeeper today. Let's be honest, that we're disappointed that probably we never took it vital times, but they're taking their chances now, and we're scoring some great goals. Just need to keep going. We'll keep our heads down, we'll keep our feet in the ground, we'll keep working hard. We'll keep trying to get results from Tranmere.
A lot of physical challenges throughout the game. Some yellow cards that may warranted a worse card, perhaps.
Yeah.
Are there any knocks or bruises in the team that could keep any players out on Boxing Day?
I'll find that out in the next little bit, but certainly it was a keenly fought game, and I want to be competitive, but some of the tackles were a wee bit reckless. And I'm not complaining. I want it to be competitive, but I don't want anybody hurt. And some of them. And I'm not whinging and moaning and not saying that my team won't get stuck in, but there's certainly some challenges there that I thought some people could have been in a wee bit of trouble for. I'm just grateful that nobody got seriously hurt, but listen, football's tough, it's the way it is, but you just want everybody to come off the pitch safe.
Scott Davis back in the side after sitting out the FA Trophy. He had quite a lot of high balls to deal with. He must have been pleased with the way he settled back in and sort of settled things down at the back.
He certainly practised his crossing, doesn't he, in his direct play. It was very direct, very physical, like we expected it, and you can see why Sutton have won a lot of games here. We knew that. We worked very hard in our analysis and made the players aware of that, and to a man, they did their jobs.
You've had quite a settled side now for quite a few weeks, but a lot of games coming up over Christmas. How tempted are you to sort of tinker with the side a little bit to manage that workload?
We'll see how they react tomorrow. We know that we've got a good squad. If we feel that we need to change something, then we will, without being reckless. We'll go making 5, 6, 7 changes. But if we feel that we need to freshen it up, we will try and do that, because we trust the squad and they're all here to play first team football. Just turn the lights out on us.
It's just like Saturday again.
They're fed up with us now.
The hint.
This is just happening all the time. Everyone's just doing this to us now.
Have you poured yourself a glass of red tonight then, Mickey?
No. I will. I'll be making sure that Santa Claus gets safely into the house, so I can't get carried away about that. Make sure that the kids that he gets good access, and I will endeavour to make sure he gets as comfortable a ride into the Mellon household as possible, so I will be stone cold sober.
Congratulations, great
Thank you very
victory
much.
today.
Cheers.